50 from home, just getting a bit of a breather from Rebel King Gigante in a zip fastened pocket down on the inside of the stablemate. More Races, who peeled off 3 deep now and being put into the race here well before the corner. They're going to try and soften up Whispering Brook. Around the bend they'd straighten. Whispering Brook led Rebel King. More Races behind them. Gigante, it's going to have to steady and try and get right around the heels to get into the race. Further back is Mr. Motown. Whispering Brook's gone. Rebel King, More Races together. 2 lengths Gigante. It's Rebel King, More Races on the inside. Whispering Brook, Gigante's runs come to an end. Rebel King, More Races. Now Gigante trying hard, but Rebel King first up, beat Gigante, who kept coming at the finish when he looked gone. On the outside, Mr. Motown with More Races for third from Whispering Brook. She copped a bit of pressure early, and Socially Unique is back last and was there right from the word go. Number 2, Rebel King's got the money first up. Rebel King, William Pike. First up this afternoon. He hadn't won first up previously. This has been a good performance, very good performance. Resuming this afternoon. Mungrup stud winner. Good galloper too on his day. That's 9 out of 34. And he held Gigante, who just looked a little flat there at one stage. Maybe it was about momentum and trying to build it up after getting held up until into the home straight, having to get around the heels of More Races and Whispering Brook as well, and Rebel King. And Mr. Motown is wider out. Standing by for the numbers now to be made official, but Rebel King first up. The Universal Ruler, Rebel Sister Gelding for Impressive Racing. Kim Shepherd, S. Phoenix, Universal Rulers Racing Syndicate. Also Emma, Jake and Pete Antonis. G. Regan, D. Myers, R. Hunter, T. House, D. and B. Green, K. Bull, I and N. J. Furnival and S. Reynolds, S. Roy, S. Hickman, S. Turner. And they're celebrating here today with a fine victory. First up, 750. They've backed the horse in from 11s to 750 on track as well. So it was a good move. 290 the place. Gigante will be second, $1.90 by Stratum from Malta, owned by Sam Trimboli, prepared by Jim Taylor, ridden by Taylor Stone. And 6 More Aces has filled third by Zizou from London Road. For W, Mrs. P. Ryan, Mesdames L. Sickridge, Tina Taylor, Leah, Jim Myers, RMG Marston and Mrs. FK&A Middleton, ridden by Jason Brown for the Taylor Yard. There won't be a third divvy, so Whispering Brook, she misses out there. In fact, she's run 5th, 4th home, Mr. Motown, 2, 1, 6 and 5. And the margins are a short neck by a long head. Short neck, long head, 1:11.10 there the time, 34.46 as rider William Pike, who's been able to extract the absolute last ounce out of Rebel King first up. His first run since throat surgery last preparation. He had the bar plates on, so there was a bit there to probably dissuade punters, although they got it right on the day. 10s, 11s into 750. They certainly targeted the right horse there in the market to the first. The next event, the James Bogues Premium Maiden over 1,200 metres at 3 minutes after 2. 16's out, Pirates Mistress from the second on the card. As we take you back down now, Matt Kelly joining us in the winners' enclosure, and punters certainly backed the right horse late there. 11s into 7s on track.
Certainly did, Darren. I've got a very happy Darren McAuliffe here with me. Did you expect that?
Yeah, look, he'd been working really well. We were a bit disappointed he didn't get to return about 3 weeks ago. He just he galloped on something at Lark Hill and sliced his foot open, hence the bar shoe. It was nothing really bad. We just had to put him away for a couple of weeks. And, yeah, no, look, he'd been working good. So, yeah, it's a very pleasing return.
We just heard he's had a few issues in the past. It's very rewarding to see him come back and perform like that.
Yeah, just nothing really bad, you know, just lots of little niggling things that if you don't put the time in, you don't bring them to the races 110%. So, and that's how we operate, you know. If they're not right, we don't bring them here. So, yeah, look, it's very rewarding for myself and all the staff.
And just a quick comment on Air and There in the next.
Yeah, look, she's been working really well. Obviously, first up, no trial. It's a little bit of a query, but she's a talented filly, another one that's had a lot of problems. And, look, we got the main man on again, so you never know your luck.
Congratulations, well done.
Thanks, Matt. Cheers.
Darren McAuliffe there. We'll catch up with William Pike in just a second. He's just debriefing with Connections. He's building quite a nice association with this horse. Had a winning ride back in January of this year, and also rode the horse in a recent trial. We might just try and sneak in and see if we can have a quick chat with a man who is always in good form, but has had a a fantastic week having come back from Adelaide. William, firstly, very nice to meet you. Congratulations on the ride and the win.
Yeah, thank you very much. Very nice, tough effort for this horse. Big weight, been out for a while, so it was a real good, tough effort.
Obviously, first up, did you expect he'd be able to produce a turn of foot down the straight like that today?
Well, we probably all had one eye on Whispering Brook and wondering whether or not we could catch her, so I was probably more focused on other horses than mine at the time. I know he's a good, tough old horse. I was very worried when I was left in front like that, a long way from home, but it was, as I said, it was a good, tough effort.
And as mentioned, you rode him to victory back in January of this year, and you rode him in his most recent trial. You're building a nice little relationship with this fella.
Yeah, he's one of those evergreen horses. He's always here and he's always around, gives his best, and luckily enough, I've been on him a couple of times at the right time.
Well, W. Pike with yet another winner. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
William Pike there with Darren McAuliffe combining and Rebel King taking out the first race at Belmont.